When your dog brings you a toy and just stands there, no energy, no excitement, no push to play, it doesn't always mean what you think it does. Most people see a toy and assume it's a game, but the body tells a different story. And when behaviorists actually studied this behavior, they didn't classify it as play at all. There are several distinct versions of the toy bring, and each one means something different, and the last one has nothing to do with the toy at all. It's about something your dog picked up from you, before you even noticed it yourself. 1. Watch the body, not the toy. Here's what most owners never think to do. Next time your dog brings you a toy, ignore the toy. Watch their body instead. When a dog wants to play, the body tells you everything. Energy pushes forward, ears up, weight loaded on the front legs. You'll see a bow, a spin, a bark. Everything in their posture is pointed toward action. That energy is impossible to miss. Now watch a dog who walks over slowly and places a toy near you. The ears go soft, the tail moves low and easy, their weight settles back instead of loading forward. They might make brief eye contact and then look away. The energy isn't building towards something, it's arriving somewhere. Behaviorists call this affiliative behavior, actions dogs use to maintain and strengthen social bonds. Leaning, following, sleeping in contact, those are all affiliative. But the toy bring sits above them because it involves giving up something valued. That's not passive closeness, that's active trust. And once you start reading the body instead of reacting to the object, you'll realize how many times you answered a question your dog wasn't asking. 2. What they're actually giving you. To understand why this matters, you have to understand what a toy actually is to your dog. Your dog's most valued toy carries their scent, your scent, and positive associations built up over hundreds of moments. For many dogs, a favorite toy is one of the most reliably comforting objects in their world, and dogs are naturally inclined to guard what they value. The fact that your dog voluntarily picks up something prized and brings it to you, rather than guarding it, is behaviorally significant. Research on canine social behavior consistently shows this kind of voluntary resource sharing appears in bonded relationships, not with strangers, not with people the dog is indifferent toward. Some dogs also show a preference for which toy they bring in which moment. Higher arousal often produces a grab for whatever is closest. But calmer moments tend to produce a more deliberate choice, often the toy they return to most. That shift in selection, when you start noticing it, tells you something about where your dog is emotionally before they've even reached you. Your dog isn't handing you a thing, they're showing you what you are to them. 3. The moment you walk through the door. The most common version happens the second you come home. You've barely made it inside and your dog is already hunting for something to bring you. A toy, a shoe, a sock, whatever they can grab first. It looks like pure excitement, and partly it is, but there's more going on beneath the surface. When you come home, your dog experiences a genuine physiological surge. Arousal spikes, heart rate climbs, their whole system shifts into high gear. That energy has to go somewhere. The toy gives them something constructive to do with it, a way to channel what their body is doing into a social gesture, instead of jumping, spinning, or losing control. Dogs who consistently greet this way are showing a form of emotional regulation. They've found a way to manage their own internal state and redirect it into something that connects them to you. That's not a quirky habit. That's emotional intelligence, and they figured it out entirely on their own, because coming back to you mattered enough to find a way to handle it. 4. The version most owners miss. Now here's the version most owners miss entirely. No one just came home, nothing happened. Your dog wasn't asleep, wasn't playing, and then they walk over, place a toy near you or on your lap, and stay close. No expectation in their body, no play bow, just them, near you, with something they value. This is a quiet check-in. Your dog isn't asking for a game. They're initiating contact the only way they know how, through their valued objects. Some behaviorists interpret this as an invitation to shared attention, not shared activity, just shared presence. And here's where most owners get it wrong. The instinct is to throw the toy, turn it into fetch. But that's answering a question they didn't ask. Your dog wasn't saying let's play. They were saying I want to be near you right now. And the toy was the only bridge they knew how to build. The response that actually lands isn't a throw, it's eye contact, a hand on them, 30 seconds of real presence. Watch what happens when you do that instead. The toy gets forgotten almost immediately, because the toy was never the point. 5. When they won't let go. Not every toy bring is an act of pure affection. Some of them are something more interesting. You've seen this version. Your dog brings the toy, drops it near you, and the moment you reach for it, they grab it back. Most owners laugh it off as teasing, or get frustrated and call it stubborn. But there's a more precise explanation. Dogs are extraordinary social learners. They pay close attention to what produces a response from the people they care about most. A toy near you, especially one they then reclaim, almost always gets a reaction. You look at them, you reach out, you engage. That's not an accident. Your dog has learned that this specific sequence pulls you into an interaction on their terms. It's social negotiation, not stubbornness. The distinction matters. The dog who drops the toy and waits is offering something. The dog who holds it near you but won't release is inviting you into an interaction they want to shape. Both are communication, but they're saying very different things, and your dog is far more deliberate about the difference than most owners ever realize. But there's one version of this behavior that works nothing like the others. Your dog isn't communicating what they need. They're responding to something they've already sensed in you. 6. The one that changes everything. You're having a hard day. You're sick or grieving or just carrying something heavy and quiet. You haven't said anything. You haven't acted differently, or so you think, and your dog walks over and places their toy against you. This isn't the greeting gift. It isn't the quiet check-in. The energy is entirely different. They're not seeking connection. They're responding to something they've already detected. A study out of Queen's University Belfast confirmed that dogs can identify human emotional distress through breath and sweat samples, before any visible sign appears, before you've changed your expression, before you've said a word, sometimes before you've fully registered it yourself. What your dog does with that information varies, but some dogs, consistently, bring their toy. Not because they want to play, because the toy is the thing that comforts them most, and they are taking that object, the one they reach for when they need something, and placing it with you. Sometimes they can't find their toy, so they bring whatever they can, a sock, a shoe, anything they can carry, just to close the distance between you and the only kind of help they know how to offer. They cannot ask what's wrong. They cannot fix it. They don't even fully understand what's happening. They just know something shifted in the person they love most, and they brought the only thing they had. That's not something you train. That's not something you teach. You already know what it is. You've always known.